So we were recording. I didn't know. Bro, we are not paid by neither. We're not paid by Ramp, and we're not paid by Ram either. Let's go again. Can you start with the guitar again? Because I don't know if we have the recording from it before. Do the guitar again.
That was an improvisation. This is how you want the episode to start.
Yeah, that's how I want the episode to start.
Let me then. Okay, so what we got here is a kiss signed. Look at this beauty. Shade. Woo!
So your accent is changed now in 2 days?
The off is down. This point, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's good.
And of course, since we are not in Greece and we're in a different country, which you will have to guess, I'll play a song and you tell me from which country is this song coming from. 3, 2, 1.
We had like 5 followers and we just lost them. Let's do a moment of silence for these 5 followers that we just lost.
Dude, I'm trying to entertain the crowd, and you're talking to me like that. Come on, dude. Come on. Don't do me like that.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Where are you, Ian? And why are you wearing this hat?
So before I say anything, I want the people to write down in the comments from which country this song is coming from. And yeah, I'll give you guys 3 seconds on a 3, 2, 1. Estamos en los Estados Unidos. We are in the United States of America, the land of the free, the land of the brave. And I say to this guy today, why is the land of the brave the land of the free? He said, you cannot have free without the brave. And by brave, he means basically they were brave enough to kill everyone else so they can be left alone. And now they are free. What do you think about that?
That is an interesting interpretation.
Yep. He was a Trump supporter, by the way, this guy, just so you know.
Okay. Let's not talk about that. That is not how I wanted the episode to start. But the way I wanted the episode to start is how it's going to be going from now on. I wanted to ask you where you are, and I was hoping you would answer me where you are.
So I am in Austin right now, in Austin, Texas.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Austin. And why are you in Austin? Why is Austin so special to you?
Why I'm a tourist here.
Okay. What type of tourism are you doing there?
I am doing the business tourism.
let the record know that you're a tourist.
I am a tourist here, and I love Austin. I've been here multiple times. I have some friends here, and it's a great city. It's an up-and-coming tech hub. It's affordable relative to every other country, and it's very modern and very developed at the same time.
Okay.
So to give you some examples,
affordable is very relative. That's
relative, yeah.
Depending on what you're comparing to.
Exactly. Relative to San Francisco, LA, New York.
Okay. Examples. You said you're going to give examples.
Give some examples. You can find during the past week, I've been to an event that happened where it was a Cloud Code event. Guys that were working with Anthropic were hosting it, talking about agent. The next day, it was the event with the open teams at the AI Applied Society community and the Open Teams. There was the founder of the Open Teams, who is Travis, the founder also and the creator of Scikit-learn and NumPy, libraries that we wouldn't have AI without these libraries and machine learning. And that was just a random Tuesday here. So it means that people value this city. People come down to the city and start building offices start building startups, and it's very up and coming, I would say.
Okay. My impression from the times that I went to Austin was that it was a very main character city. You would see a lot of things launching in Austin, a lot of things premiering in Austin. And then we were there last year at the same time as South by Southwest, and I had heard of South by Southwest, but then the moment I learned more about it, I started seeing it everywhere. Like I started seeing it in movie credits, where it's like premiered in South by Southwest. I started seeing it on albums, things like that. And I was like, oh, this thing is much bigger than I had thought. And then I started thinking a lot more about the categorization of main character / side character / like background actor cities. And I feel like we're both in a stage of life right now where we feel a strong need to be in a main character city, because otherwise there's not enough going on to entertain, or how you say in Greek, erethismata. You need so many erethismata. How would you translate that in English? Working on it. Loading. Translation is loading.
Input, maybe. Or
Input. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of interesting things. Good, like things to be interested in. Okay. So you traveled recently, and I was thinking, do you ever feel when you travel that, because this is something that I feel quite often when I travel, that I get distanced from the day-to-day narrow-mindedness or like focused on the problems, and I take like a zoomed out view. And I've noticed that lately, every time I've traveled, I've become more grateful for the things I have and the privilege that I have that I can travel. And I also feel like I learn so much more. I feel like time gets compressed. Why can I not learn?
Learning, right?
Yeah. Why can I not learn the same rate if I'm stationary? Why do I have to keep on moving? Why do I have to be on the move to feel like time is condensed? Do you have that feeling?
I do have that feeling. That's why I'm constantly traveling, and I don't have like a base. I have multiple bases all across. I think that this happens because you're just always escaping from your comfort zone. You're always exposed to new things and always having to troubleshoot. So you're basically forced to learn new things and think about ways to do things. And that makes you, that keeps you very busy. That makes you learn in a very fast rate. And of course, you're very, you said that after you travel, you feel full, or what is the feeling that you have?
I was thinking about this yesterday, and I think that when I'm after a trip or during the trip, I feel like that the signal to noise ratio is so high. Like I feel like there's so much clarity. Whereas when I'm stationary, there's so much noise, there's so much distraction, and there's so much chores to do. Whereas I feel like when I'm traveling, either I don't remember the chores because there's so many new things that I'm being exposed to, and I'm so entertained that the chores don't matter as much. Because when you're traveling, it's not easy. Like there's chores while traveling. You have to check in. You have to, and let us not forget that it is a privilege to be able to travel.
Yes,
but
privileged.
humans get used to privileges in like 2 days. So past the 2 days, like I'm in the trip, and I just feel like that there's so much learning every time I travel. There's so much insight. I feel like we did that trip to network school. Shout out. I felt like that 1 month felt like 7 months for me. I felt like I learned so much in just 1 month. I wonder. Oh, that was loud. I wonder if this is ever gonna stop. If this is because I'd never been to that place before, so it was the first time I went there, and I got exposed to so much new stuff that if I go there a second time, I will not feel the same way. And it was just something I was thinking about yesterday. And since you did a big trip, I wanted to bring
Dude,
it up to
don't
see
forget,
what you're thinking.
don't forget that it's all about where is your attention. And when you travel, the attention changes from what you have been used to every day, that you wake up at the same house, doing the same things, having the routine. And when you travel, your attention switches to other things that you're trying to figure out while you travel. And so the basic routine chores and same things just go in the back end of your processing of your, of where you pay attention at the end of the day. So it's not
They're
like
not the
they
main
disappear.
character.
Yes, it's not that they disappear or you don't have to pay the bills of your electricity. You still will pay the bills, but you're not gonna see the bill in your office in front of your face. And thus, this becoming a routine. Again, I'm not saying that routine is bad. Routine is good. And sometimes I miss it when I'm moving all this time, every so often. But there needs to be a balance between exploring and exploiting. So if someone is exploiting the place that they're living and the routine that they're having and they're not exploring, it's not great. Again, if you're exploring so much that you don't exploit anything, you're just seeing everything, but you're not building a community and you're not setting up a life, you don't make long-term relationship. There's always needs to be an equilibrium there, right?
Yeah, because if you're going all the time, if you're on the go, it'll always be surface level. Like,
Yeah.
you'll
I felt
always just
I
be a
felt
tourist.
I felt like that when I was a digital nomad in Europe for some time, like some months. I was moving from city to city. I couldn't build long-term relationships with people. Everyone was just coming and going, and I felt empty after 2 months. So I went back to Greece and I was like, what is happening to me? Why am I traveling so long and so much and I'm not fulfilled? And that was the issue. I was moving too fast.
Okay, so not traveling is a problem, but traveling too much is also a problem. Okay.
Or
So do you
it's
feel
not a
like
problem.
you're in the middle now?
Again, I wouldn't like to say that it's a problem. I would like to say that it's a privilege because you
Okay.
need to be privileged to get out of your house and to leave your job and go and travel the other side of the world. And the same thing goes for routine. Some people cannot develop a routine because they're not privileged enough to have a routine and a stable job and stuff like that. So again, I think that basically everyone has to quit their jobs and live free, Just live free from whatever
Interesting.
holds you back and whatever makes you not being able to post whatever you're thinking online or on LinkedIn. I was having this. Okay, I'm changing subjects. I was having this conversation with this friend here in Austin. She was saying, "What if we were using LinkedIn as like our personal diary and posting shit posts like, oh my god, I had my boss XOXO. This
That's what
place
Twitter is for.
I mean, shit post it like LinkedIn is the professional social media where you talk about your achievements and your achievements only. And it's not like Twitter.
LinkedIn, friend of mine once put it perfectly, is a circle of jerk. It's everybody just praising someone else. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to do this without this
I
person.
congratulate
Oh, I
you for
am.
your success. Oh my God, senior engineer. Senior. Can you go right now on your LinkedIn and post on your wall, say, I fucking hate my job. I want to kill myself.
See, that would be not productive. That would be inefficient, and I don't think people should do that. But I don't think people should be doing the opposite as well. It's like, I am excited to share that today I acquired my 7th certificate from Microsoft.
From a nano degree that I was just letting it play in the background and did not learn anything. Like, the other good thing with X that I love is that people just post what they built, you know? So they're accountable to the other community to show what they've done and what they've built, which is way better than what happens on LinkedIn, that you're just posting your certifications or how much money you raised. It doesn't prove anything.
This makes me want to show you something I saw recently. A friend of mine sent me this. It's so funny. Check this out. Somebody did a Microsoft logo redesign, and they gave them the proper brand, the proper rebrand that Microsoft
Okay, so we have
deserves.
Microslope. Now we have Scam Altman in the list. We have what else do we have?
Microsoft.
Lavdios. We have
What are you saying?
for Cloud
Cloud
Code.
Code. His Greek nickname.
Sklavdios.
That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
We have different things.
Did I tell you? So on the note of traveling and privilege and staying at home and stress and things like that, I was thinking about life from the perspective of somebody who's never left the city. Never is a big term. Who's not left the city in like years. And how much I'm in Athens, right? And I'm driving around from time to time, and I see people honking and cursing and rolling down the windows, and like there's so much passion on the streets. And it's okay. This is what they're used to. This is what they this is how they drive here. And in many countries it is the case. I don't personally like it. I think that there is that a lot of these people have anger issues that for some reason if you get in the car and let them out is like acceptable. But not that anyone's ever like done anything wrong for me on the road or anything like that. But a few days ago, I was driving down, or I got in my car, started driving, and another car drove straight into me on the driver's side. So I like saw this car in slow motion. It was a little bit higher than my car. I don't know why. Maybe it was like a downhill. Right? I was like driving and then I see a shadow and then I turn to the left and I see a car. I mean, it like all took like 5 seconds, but I saw it in slow motion. It was like, boom, and then it set me to the other side of the lane. And I was like, okay. I was expecting the airbags to go out. I was like, okay, this is the first time I'll ever hit airbags. But it was so on the side that no airbags came out, which I guess is good because that's less fixing to do for the car. But I get hit. I get thrown to the other side of the lane. Good thing the road was wide enough so I don't hit any other parallel parked cars. And I am like, all right, let me get out and like see what's happening. So I try to open the door, and the first thing that I do is to pull the door. The door doesn't open. And I was like, what is this locked? So I try to unlock it. I try to open it. It's not opening. And it was so funny because I wanted to like get up quickly, and I was like getting up, the door was not opening. So I had to get out from the passenger seat. So I do go out on the passenger seat. I get down and the guy is like a little bit like not anxious exactly, but he's like overwhelmed. He's like shocked. And I go out and I look at him. I was like, you okay? And he says, yeah, I'm okay. And he turns back at me and is like, are you okay? And I say, yeah, I'm okay. So we shake hands and I tell him nothing serious happened. We'll be all right. His car was way more damaged than my car. I don't know how. Well, it's just the positioning, I guess. And then we start talking. I tried to. Oh, and when I got hit, people behind me, they were so impatient that like they needed to overtake me, and some guy overtook me and hit my mirror as he overtook me. Like I just got hit literally 1 minute ago. I got out of my car and some dude was like, all right, that's none of my business. I need to be where I need to be. So he like tries to overtake the car. The road was too narrow. So he hits my mirror and my mirror goes like backwards.
So you were not fast enough on your accident to let other people go, which means you should be punished based on the Greeks. You should lose also your mirror because you were not so fast on the process of getting hit by another person that everyone is so busy. But I'm trying to really understand where were you going with this?
I was going with this. Insurance guy shows up and he's like, hey, like, you guys are fine, etc., etc., etc. And this guy tells me that we are lucky because the vast majority of the accident sites that he shows up to, he's not only dealing with the cars, he's also trying to separate people from physically fighting.
Nice. So he has was to like, I have MMA, like referee, being able to like dodge every single movement while also being an insurance employee. That's very interesting for Greece, right? Isn't it?
I was shocked when I heard this. I mean, maybe, is he exaggerating? Maybe a little, but like, is it true? I 100% believe him.
Same.
And it just started making me think, like, people are so stressed nowadays. A lot of people are burnt out. A lot of people are working so many hours that there is no room for accidents. And like, accidents are the most human thing to happen. Like, I've been hit while driving many times.
Can I make
way more than I should? Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Why don't we solve driving by putting the cars to drive themselves?
We are already doing this. It just takes a little bit of time, and it takes a few generations to roll out and for big companies to change. The reason we have the cars that we have is because these are the cars that they're making, and these are the cars that they're selling. If they start selling different cars and it was profitable, which they already are, the cars that we would have in our hands would be different. Like,
what I'm trying to say is that accidents is a human thing. I agree, but humans should not be the ones that are driving through the traffic from point A to point B. Humans should be driving just for entertainment, to have an option to move around while not being the ones who are driving, because the risk of accidents where you have humans in front of the wheel is huge. And here, that doesn't happen very often. And here also, we are testing the Tesla robot taxi, they're testing the Waymo, everything works smoothly.
Well, they're not testing Waymos. Waymos are very commercial. They're very deployed. Operational. Yeah. And I love Waymo. I think they're an amazing.
Have you invested money in Waymo?
Technology that works. Of course I have. Of course I have. So I'm a big Google fanboy, and Waymo is majority owned by Google, I think, something like that. And I invested a little bit of my savings in Google, and that through Google I get exposure to Waymo. And I think Waymo is one of those companies that like doesn't talk a big talk, but they really do a great job. Like, there's so many tech companies that have claimed full self-driving capability, but Waymo is like, you go in the cities that they're operational, you can order Waymo and it will show up. Like, they have so many miles every day, or so many kilometers that they're recording every day. So I really like Waymo. And you have a video on your TikTok about Waymos, and and it'll be a good video to link. I bless you, Leah. Let that out.
I let that second.
I feel like these episodes are getting more and more unfiltered as days are going by.
In a little bit, we will also speak in Greek. We will forget our cameras off. It's gonna be like, real. That's why people are here, for all the 17 of them that are watching this.
Oh, the 17 people that are watching. Okay.
Do you wanna keep the people entertained and giving them content to produce, or we're just gonna sit here and like say nothing?
Small talk.
Also, yes.
What is the biggest piece of tech news from last week?
The crab.
The crab.
The fucking crab. What do you mean, dude? OpenClaw.
Your impression. Tell me your impression.
I love it. I think we reached AGI. It's just not public yet. Everyone has their own agent in their house. They just don't see it yet. It's super powerful. It's very frontier. Like Balaji would love this world, but I know it's very, 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 very custom and hard to deploy and weird yet. But if you just see a little bit the glimpse of the power that it gives you, and let's wait a second.
And we are back. I don't know why this keeps happening, but are you like inside of a fridge? What's going on? I hear like a fan so loud.
Yeah,
you have a fan?
I think it's not a fan. Basically, it's like a machine.
What machine is this?
It's a machine that it's a very interesting machine. It's a machine that is throwing electromagnetic waves to particles in the air in order to put them all together and make them heavy enough to fall down. So it's clearing the air from dust and weird particles that shouldn't be inhaled.
Can you turn this sci-fi machine off for the duration of the podcast and then you can turn it back on?
I think I shouldn't, because I don't have to, because it's already removed from the.
Okay, fair. I hear it quite loudly though. It's fine. All right. So that is certainly a me problem. Let's go back to OpenClaw, or CloudBot as I prefer to call it. Why?
By the way, sorry, parentheses. Do we have a meeting at 2 in 1 minute? Can you check your calendar?
We could have a meeting in 1 minute, but we also could just focus on this podcast.
Yes, of course. I'm just.
Which would you prefer?
I just asked you a question. Don't reply with a question. I'm asking. Do we have a minute? A meeting in 1 minute?
I thought we earlier said we don't need to be in this meeting.
Okay, cool. I was not paying attention. Let's move on.
Okay.
If we said that, that's fine. Someone will ping us.
Okay. Back to. Are we gonna edit all this stuff out, or are we gonna keep everything in? It's like half an hour of ADHD. But okay, let's go back to the big piece of news. CloudBot. Go.
I already said some things. I don't know if I should say it again, but basically I experienced AGI.
You experienced AGI.
I hired an agent to sit on my computer and do stuff for me while I was out drinking water, because I don't drink alcohol. So nice. I was out drinking water, and someone was on my computer with full access. super risky, but full access on my computer doing tasks for me while I was chatting with it on Telegram. What do you think about it?
Why do you have go outside to drink water? Can you not drink water at home?
Because the point is that if you're home, you can sit on the computer and do it yourself.
Okay,
But
okay.
if you experience the moment where something is going to do the task you had to do when you go back home while you're outside, then you suddenly realize that, oh, so then I don't need my computer. I'm just going to tell my agent what needs to be done and it's going to do it.
Are you doing voice messages or are you texting?
Can do both. I am dictating with the voice to text feature of iPhone, basically. I'm
Okay.
dictating text to the, and I'm sending
I
text.
see. Interesting. Why this camera keeps failing? I asked that whether you're doing audio messages because I saw the video on TBPN of the creator of Cloudbot when he thought to send a voice message to see what happens, even though he had not set it up to receive voice messages, and he was surprised that it built the transcriber, the whatever, like it translated the audio file to text, and it used some sort of like an API to get back the text to understand the command and execute, which was really interesting.
Have we explained what OpenClaw is exactly? Or because I gave my opinion and then you start saying that, and I just realized if someone hasn't seen the hype,
yeah, fair.
How would you define this in 2 or 3 sentences? How you understand this new wave of local intelligence? How would you explain that?
Yeah. Local intelligence is another layer to it. I wouldn't go there, but if I were to do a definition, OpenClaw is like taking one of those LLM chatbots like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini and installing it on the root of your computer and giving it tool use. So ChatGPT and Claude and these LLMs are very good at answering your question. So if you ask them something using a prompt, you'll get back a response. They usually know very well what it's like to do to get the result that you're interested in. They just don't really have access or the power to do it. And this Austrian developer guy was like, what happens if I give it some power? What happens if I very dangerously let my Claude code or Claude bot AI to have access to some of the apps that I myself use? And then there's a lot of apps that you can control through what's called a command line interface. So how we use apps from their graphical user interface, there are often times ways that you could use it through commands from the terminal. And so this man set it up so that his bot would ask Claude, that we have all heard of, or so many of us have heard of, would get the instructions from Claude, and then we'll just write those instructions directly on the computer. Now, it makes so much sense, right? Like this was the likely direction in which these chatbots needed to go in. However, big tech companies that run these chatbots are very worried and afraid of security risks, and they wouldn't be willing to do something that might go off. But this man, he was just doing a side project for fun, and he put it in a contained environment. He was experimenting. He puts it on Twitter. It goes viral. It goes crazy. A lot of people start to install it. He got 100,000 stars on GitHub. That is like very specific. Like people need to do very specific things to go on GitHub to do the star. Is not like just like liking a post on Twitter, right? Like this is the friction to do GitHub stars is much higher than a like on a post. So this man got millions of views. He became the hot topic of all of last week. a lot of venture capital firms were trying to get this guy some money and buy his open source tool off of him, and he refused. And one of the first thoughts that I had when I started looking into this was, this is what I wanted Siri to be able to do. This is what I wanted Gemini to be able to do. I wanted to be able to tell Gemini to do things for me. And Gemini, to some extent, because I use the Google suite, it can create Google calendars for you. It can pull up emails for you. So Gemini does have a little bit more practical power than, say, ChatGPT. ChatGPT and OpenAI, they're like really trying to make it useful for shopping. They're really trying to make it useful to use other apps, like use Airbnb from ChatGPT, things like that. But this man was like, let's bypass all of that. Let's just give this bot that he called CloudBot to the power to control apps. And it just seemed like something that the market was really, really ripe for, and something that people wanted.
So if I could summarize, I would say we've seen so far the intelligence through conversation. We all have used ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever that is to extract information. But suddenly you realize that this power can be put in your machine and become actually agentic. And by agentic, we mean it's an agent that can complete a task end to end for you, as if it was a human. It understands the environment, it understands the task, it reasons over the tasks, it keeps the memory persistent, it can loop and try different solutions to find the answer. Basically, it's the same thing as saying to another human, an employee, do this for me, and it will do it now. And why this was not happening this whole time, in my opinion, it's because the technology existed and the solutions existed, but someone owned it. It was Microsoft, it was OpenAI, it was Google. Everyone was providing solutions for local intelligence and agentic workflows and all these AI bots, AI helping assistants existed, right? But it was not open sourced, so you can control the whole thing. And this guy just came, it provided all the tools, it provided the installation process, the community showed up, everyone wanted it. And here we go. Right now, I am on the Discord server of OpenClaw, and every day there are at least 100 people in voice channels talking, which is also very interesting. So you just show up, you ask a question, go out, everyone is like hyped, the community is very active. It's just so interesting to see.
Yeah, like, to be fair, open source models have been around for a while. Olama has been around for a while, and you could use it to run a model locally and use it like ChatGPT, ask it things. And this has been around for years now. I remember 2 years ago, around then, 2 years ago, I was on a flight, and I remembered that I wanted to chat with ChatGPT, and I couldn't on a flight because I was offline. So on my flight back, I prepped my laptop with Olama and like a Llama 3, like really, really old model now. And I was able to chat with it online, but it wasn't able to do much. And it was really slow and all these things. So open source models have been around. Putting them together, putting all these puzzle pieces together to create something that will run around and touch your Notes app and update your Notes app, your local, open source Notes app, or open apps and do things for you. This has not been done before, and the man was just the right man, right time, right project.
Plus,
And
I think
the
very interesting feature in the whole thing is the fact that you can communicate with it through a gateway from your mobile. So that is the actual use case that also the creator was saying. He found himself building features from his phone instead of doing other things outside, which made him realize that this is a feature that everyone is trying to somehow build by themselves. And there was not a standard way that the community have cross-checked in order to make sure. I wouldn't go on a random GitHub project and download the source code from that to test my thing on my local machine,
So you're saying I can, instead of going on Instagram or Twitter while I am waiting for something, outside and I'm queuing for whatever, you're saying I could just go on my phone and start chatting with my Claude bot and asking him to do work-related things.
I'm saying that there will not be a reason for people to have laptops in the future for how I see it. And maybe only very professional experts will have to use a laptop to do complicated tasks. But my mom and my sister shouldn't have a laptop. Why? Why would they have a laptop? To do what? To watch
This
on a
is not
bigger
very
screen?
different.
Watch what?
This
You know?
is not very different from the big tech argument of you will not need a powerful machine. You will just need subscriptions to the cloud. But you're saying you'll need a station somewhere at home and you can just talk to that station from your phone.
Your station, yes. Not because there are many stations, cloud stations, but you're selling your data. You cannot go to the cloud station, talk about things that you want to keep in secret.
Yeah.
But if I give my mom a station at house and the option to just talk to it and do stuff, she will not adopt because she's too old for that. She's very young, but she's too old for that. But I think that my sisters could just start using it and stop using their laptops. They don't even want to use their laptops, honestly. They just want to do the tasks, get the job done, do other things. So now we have it. Now whoever can teach people and did you see this guy on X that he's providing a service to deploy other people? And he's out. And he's back. I don't know why it's kicking him out, but not me. It's weird. You're the host. Now we're both guests. Actually,
I'm losing server connection. I don't know what that means. Riverside.
do you have an
No, I don't have a VPN on. No.
VPN? No? Okay.
I don't know why
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Being weird. Yeah. Okay, I did want to show one tier list product from last week.
Let's do it.
I thought was really interesting. So let me share my screen because at least we do one tier list product, and it'll be over here. You see my screen?
Yep.
So I want to talk about Omnars.
Ooh.
So Omnars is Omegle, TV, but for developers.
Shut the fuck, bro! I swear to God, I was thinking about this 1 month ago.
Were you?
Made it?
He made it. I mean, he made it.
Oh my God, I have a crazy story.
He made it, but will they come? So I wanted to give it a quick test.
Shout out, cute.
What should we call you? Okay,
we're looking at your peer lists window now. I'm not sure.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wanna show.
Yep.
The whole screen. So let's go. We're here. So basically, I signed up.
Nice.
Do you hear me? Yeah, there we go. Casual dev talk. I just wanted to see if it works.
Yeah,
So
let's
let's
see.
see if it does work. I think he needs to reach a point of like critical mass before this can be
That's hard.
as good as Omegle. But I thought that the idea was really interesting. Developer only Omi TV.
Dude,
We're gonna give
can I
it a
say a
few more
story here?
seconds. But go on. Yeah.
So,
Tell your story.
so,
Maybe
so
we
I was
find someone.
so 3 days ago, not 3 days ago, 2 weeks ago, I was on Omegle with my sister, and we were just fucking around. Okay, and suddenly this guy shows up, and he's very cool. And we start talking about like, because I saw on his desk he had the Raspberry Pi. And I
Oh.
started talking to him about the Raspberry Pi, and I realized that he's basically an engineer. And we stopped pranking with my sister, and we started talking about his experience in engineering. And I learned some things about hardware just from the conversation that we were having with this guy. And then we also became friends. We exchanged numbers. He lives in Florianopolis in Brazil. So I was like, I'll come and visit you, dude. And we were spending, we talked for 1 hour. And
That's super cool.
when I closed the Ome TV session, I thought, how cool would it be for a video?
Okay, one last try.
Okay,
One last try.
let's wrap up.
Let's do it. The servers don't want it today. But tell your story. The other thing doesn't have enough people to work. It's a great idea though.
It's a great idea. We love it. I had the same idea. It would be so nice if developers could come together and start geeking out and nerding out about their projects and receive feedback, meet other people that are interested in working in them, and find other people to work with on the same project, which makes it so fulfilling. If that works, then the possibilities are endless. You can even build a company with someone else. So yeah, I love the idea. Shout out to our boy Om Cute. So cute. And yeah,
So cute.
until next time, it has been a fun talk.
Here's what we should do. We should test it again in a couple of weeks to see if there's more users and if anybody will show up. But it is a great idea, and maybe we can tweet about it so more people can sign up. And let's wrap up because the servers don't want it today. But we will see you in next week.
See you next week. Ciao.
Bye, guys.